Gamers, today I'm here with the round 3 and the final round review for Golden League. Well, there's going to be playoffs, but as is right now, I'm making this video fresh out of the oven for you guys on YouTube mostly. Some of you on Twitch, right? If you're not aware. I just finished like half an hour ago round 3 of Golden League, where I played grand finals against MarineLorD. And I managed to win, which gives me 100 points. So I will be ending in the 3rd spot, which actually doesn't change anything, I think. Either way, I'm going to move into the 3rd, and I will be playing, I'm assuming, I don't know how the seeds are done, but I'm assuming it's 1st seed against 4th, which is going to be Lucifer versus Vortex and MarineLorD versus me. I showed these games last week. I think I showed these ones right here on my YouTube, so you can check those out if you would like to. And then yesterday, I played against MarineLorD, a best of 5, where I managed to win H3 versus Rus, lost H3 versus Ottoman, Malian versus Malian, I won. I lost on Dry River with Delhi against China, and then I won with Malian against China on Canal. Now, this was the winner bracket finals, which was a best of 5. And the reason why I'm not showing you those games at all is because, well, 3 of the 5 games are out of my match history. I try to find them, I can't. I could review the VODs, but fudge that. So, with that being said, on the other side, these were the matches that were also supposed to be played. You can see the Muslim knocked out Vortex, then B beat the Muslim, then Luciferon knocked out B of the tournament, making him unable to basically qualify for the main event. Luciferon on the bottom side beat Recon and beat Wham, and then lost to MarineLorD 3-2. It was actually like weirdly one-sided series for both, if that makes sense. Like it started off very, this is wrong. MarineLorD played Abbasid and Luciferon played Malians. But yeah, the first 2 games were like super one-sided for Luciferon, and I feel like the last 3 were, also this is wrong. MarineLorD played China and Luciferon played Delhi. And also Luciferon played China and MarineLorD played Ottoman. KW. So all the civs that was on mirror are mixed up. But yeah, the games were pretty one-sided again at the start for Luciferon, and then MarineLorD won 3 in a row, which put him back. This was losers brackets finals. It put him back into the winners bracket finals. Flashbang. Spoilers, just like the YouTube title says, I decided to play Malians all 7 games if needed on any map, and that's what I did. I started with the 2 losses, then won the 3rd game, lost the 4th, and then I won the last 3. So we're going to analyze these games because these games are, still here, so I can actually take a look at them. So let's do it. First things first, I just talked about this on my Twitch, but just to give you guys a reason why I play Malians every game. So in this round, the top 4 civs per map are banned out. You cannot pick them. And Malian was open on every single map. I've been playing Malians quite a bit. I think they're a fun civ to play. I think they're pretty good. On some maps, they're not the best, but I felt pretty confident, and I practiced them on every map, that, I could play them well, even though maybe they're not the best civ on every map. So, I decided before the series to play Malian only, no matter what happened. I said, even if I'm losing 3-0, I am going all the way. So I did play all 7 games with Malians, and I managed to win, so that's amazing. So first game was on Cauldron, and he picked Rus, and this is like a new meta kind of thing, at least for me. I've only played against this twice, but apparently what Rus does is they get 2 fishing ships really quickly, and then they age up, which the first people I've seen do this are the Spanish brothers. So basically, even though your fishing ships are so expensive, you age up so fast that you can kill or shut down your opponent's water economy super quick. So what I did is I opened immediately with Donzos, and my plan was to basically kill the dock, and even though he can still fish, then I can harass the fishing ships, I can build my own dock, and then I can build a transport ship. So even if he has 2 ships remaining, even if he transforms into Springle ships, I will have enough Donzos into transport ships to actually kill his fighting ships. And if I don't let him dock, then I should be in a good position. So I'm going to speed this up. That's the premise of the game. So he gets a fishing ship out, he gets another one. And yeah, this is where you stop chopping wood completely and you just go for the age up. Sorry for coughing again. For you guys on Twitch, I said already. For YouTube gamers, I am sick. I have fever. Started yesterday. Unlucky, but hopefully I'll get better soon. Oh yeah, I ran my scout. Oh yeah, it didn't happen yet, but yeah, that was pretty bad. I ran my scout into TC, so that was pretty kicked out with it. So this is the first game, so not a great start for me. Losing the scout to a TC, you know. Always not a good look. So yeah, here he is. He doesn't have quite enough food, or wood actually, to transition, or to transform the ships. So I'm making a transport ship right now, and this is what happens. Kicked out with it. I almost got away. So yeah, he transformed a springled ship, and he was repairing the springled ship with Lodia ship. So what I did is I just killed the fishing ship, and I knew that he's gonna try to dock, right? So I just tried to deny dock, and I started making my own fishing ships. I'm still in Dark Age, by the way. And behind this, he made actually a good decision to go for second TC, because he realizes this is lost cause. And he had a really good Kremlin, like getting the deer protected and the stone. So even if I attacked, I couldn't really do anything. Here I was clicking on my Donzos to see when the cooldown is coming off. And I barely saw the scout, and I launched the Donzo spears. Like I was about to lose vision. So because I killed him so close to the TC, I just started shift clicking on the sheep to try to kill as many of them as possible, so he doesn't have them. I killed like 6, I think, 5 or 6, and he saved 2. But yeah, he kept summoning militia and stuff, which yeah, I mean, they didn't do anything. Now, if I had the scout, I could keep track of where he wants to TC. I think he put TC here, yeah. So if I actually had a scout, I could see that, because he has no units. Like, he's super YOLO right now. And this is where I see, like, oh, he mined stone, but... yeah, if I had a scout, I could have scouted that, and he would have had to make a TC, like, here or something, which would be pretty bad for him. But it is what it is. Don't lose your scout to TC, kids. So here I'm getting free fishing, which is pretty good. And here he pulls 7 villagers to try and remake the dock, which I was like, god damn. So he actually gets the dock up, and this is where the fighting around the dock happens. I still have my transport ship, so whenever he comes closer with the archers, I can just go in the transport ship. He gets a Lodi attack galley. I just blast it down quickly. He gets a demo, but I don't know if you knew or not, but demo doesn't do a lot of damage to transport ships. So, yeah. I managed to deny it. And I thought I'm in a pretty good spot right now. And it looks like I am. So, I think maybe at this point I should have all-in. I'm not sure, but maybe I should have just like committed and gone for it. Like I should have been making like production buildings, because I think if I made production buildings I would have killed him. Like I don't think there's a way for him to defend, because I have so much fishing eco. But I decided to go fast castle, and I don't know, like at this point I felt I was super far ahead. Like I felt like I'm in a super good spot. You know, like felt super confident, and I thought I'd be able to just overwhelm him and kill him, but that's not what happened, because I did lose this game in the end. So here I tried to wall. He was very active with these militia, which was really annoying, because it's like even if you pull units, they're just gonna expire and die soon anyways. It's really annoying to deal with. He gets the boar right here. I managed to take 3 relics, I want to say. Yeah, and he gets 2. So, it's alright, considering he went Abbey of the Trinity, right? So, if he went for the other landmark and put it here, and then he got 2 relics, that'd be pretty bad for me. But the fact that he went Abby and only got 2, I thought it was pretty good for me again. Like, I thought, okay, I'm doing well. And I don't know, I just felt like I got nowhere to push. I don't know. In this game, it's kind of weird. Like, if you look at the army supply, I have way more archers and I have way more army. And I even have poison arrow. But I was just like worried I'm gonna die or I'm gonna lose the army or something. I felt like he had more units. I don't know. Maybe it's because I haven't played against Rus on this map with Malians before. Maybe I should have pushed a tiny bit earlier here. I'm not sure. But here he goes for the engage, which we trade out, kind of. He has +2 armor, and I don't, so that was pretty bad for me. Now I have it, but, you know, the fight's kind of over. And he gets this mango, which I had no way to deal with. So I was like, do I go for mass cavalry or do I go for siege? Because he has more villagers, right? Because he's 2 TC. I felt like if I go siege, then he will just have more siege. Because he also gets 20% wood income. So I decided to just go cavalry route. And again, I'm still doing okay, and I feel like maybe here I should have tried to go for Sacred Side win. Here he has a mango, but I'm trying to minimize my losses as much as I can. And I win this fight pretty convincingly. And I was like, okay, that's GG. You know, like, I got this kind of thing. I kill so much shit here. I kill the siege. What's the supply? I mean, the supply is kind of even, actually. He has 40 more workers. But still, like, I was like, where do I push? Like, I don't know where the fuck to push. Because, like, here, I didn't know he has farms, right? I mean, I didn't know where they are. But, like, I can't just run in because of mangoes. I was harassing the wood line on this side. And yeah, maybe I should have, like, kept here. And then gone for a Sacred Side win. I'm not sure. Not quite sure, but if you look at the income, he has more income right now, I think. Yeah, he has more income, because he has way more villagers, so. And this was pretty bad. So I had like 23 villagers here, and I lose like almost all of them to this raid. Which, if you look at the worker count right now, it's looking pretty rough. Here I decide to go for siege in the end. But yeah, I just felt like, okay, I'm kind of fucked. Also, he made a keep, so I couldn't push there. Oh, I managed to catch the siege, by the way, with scouts, which was really nice. I was like, okay, maybe I'm back in it. But then I needed a treb, and the problem with Malians is you have no wood economy, because, you know, your wood income is trash, because you got no workers. Then I lacked gold. I lost 37 workers. Like, if I had 37 workers, that's like almost identical worker count, right? Plus I have pits, gold pits, and I have sacred sites, or had. I get some more siege, but yeah. He reaches Imperial first, and because I was nowhere close to Imperial, I only have 1 treb as well. Like, he's gonna get spring on range, and I'm kind of fucked. So I just decided to go for it. And obviously, well, it did not work. He had a lot of units. And I GG. So yeah, I'm not sure. I think maybe I should have pushed in feudal. Or maybe I should have been more aggressive in castle. I don't really know. And you can't really trade on that map, by the way. If this was another map, I could have potentially traded because he was so passive. But this map has like a trade that's very short. Like, you get like 60 gold. Which is pretty bad. Oh yeah, I mean, this game... So this is a Malian mirror. So yeah, Malian mirror is all about scouts into donzos. Apparently, like, that's the meta, and Malian has been played more and more recently, so we've seen some Malian mirrors. So I figured because the meta is scouts into donzos, maybe I go scouts into archers. And, well, it did not work. Because I lost this one too. But yeah, the gold spawns were awful. Like, he had... Again, like, people always assume that I won the series, right? So I don't care. But, the gold spawns are atrocious. Like, my golds are both forward and so far away from fucking TC. And they're next to each other, which... in other matchups would be actually good, but in this matchup, because of what you'll see, is fucking awful. And his golds are, like, semi-back, which is a lot better. So, for example, you can put, like, a wall here, and I can't touch those golds. I can't do anything to this, right? So, when I saw the gold spawns, I knew it's gonna be pretty rough game. I'm not gonna say, like, impossible to win. Obviously, you can win, but pretty rough. So I went for the pro scouts this game, and we both did the same build. Like I said, this is the Malian versus Malian meta. You both open scouts. You just make scouts, and then you go into donzos. Sometimes people go double stables, which I think I did this game, but I think I didn't micro or macro properly. I should have probably added archers earlier. I think I added them too late, and I ended up losing because of it. I lose this mining camp actually, which was pretty sad. And I went pro scouts, which I thought you can pull off, but he was very aggressive with his scouts. So as I was picking deer, even though he didn't know, right, he can see everything with scouts. So he started burning my stuff. And that was pretty unfortunate. 2 houses, 50 wood. I lost 50 wood here, so already pretty bad spot. Like start. Like I could have almost had archer range, right, for the resources that I've lost. He already has second gold up with more houses queued up when I don't have enough wood. I take his deer and well. I don't really take them. I end up losing a lot of the scouts. I mean, if you look at the units killed, take double. So here the donzos arrive, and my archer ranges are nowhere to be seen. I try to like counterattack to get him away from the gold pit a little bit. Archers arrive, but it's like I have one archer, you know, like I can't really do anything. So yeah, I just end up losing. I'm like losing a gold pit and 4 or 5 houses is like really bad. So here he went for Rimba. I'm nowhere close to it. The moment I hear he aged up, I just, you know, go all out because otherwise I'm too far behind. And well, surprise, surprise, it did not work out. And GG. So I was like, okay, I should not try to reinvent the meta. I should just play what I know. So then game 3 was, obviously, I picked Malian all 7 games. So game 3 was me, Malians again, and MarineLorD picking Malians on Basin. But this time, like I said, I did not want to do the archers. I just went with the spears. And we were memeing in the lobby, like, let's hope, he said, like, praying for good gold spawn, and I wrote here like, oh, I got a good gold spawn, and he's like, really? I'm like, yeah. And I asked him, what about you? He's like, it's okay. Like, this is okay for him. Fucking back gold and another back gold. I got a back gold and forward gold. Fucking MarineLorD. So, I mean, it's a lot better than last game, right? And you will see the difference it makes, because it makes this almost like unharassable. Because if you want to harass this gold, you need to go all the way around. And if you come to this point, I can sandwich the army. So it makes a huge difference in this mirror. It's kind of like the old French versus French, if you guys remember. Whichever French player had the gold in the front, they were in a big disadvantage. Because the enemy knight would arrive to your gold really quick. While the other player had to go around with the knights to reach your gold. So it was a big deal. But the first golds are both pretty good for us. Like pretty even. It only differentiates on the second gold, right? So I had the option of my second gold being this, which by the way is walled off by fucking berries. So I couldn't build houses here, right? So I was like, okay, well I'm gonna go for forward gold. And I thought, well, since I gotta take this one, I might as well take the big one and get the big, like, get the bigger gold pit income. Because it's not like it's gonna change anything if I'm here or there. I'm, you know, in the middle of the map anyway. So... yeah, same openers for both players. This time I did not go for pro scouts. I realized, like, okay, if I go pro scouts, the enemy just attacks you and then you're kind of fucked. You can't even get the deer. So I went horticulture. He didn't get any upgrade. Oh, he made cows. Oh, this was the game where I did the nice sheep, because I took a bunch of sheep in front of him. And he just did like a sad face. So, yeah, I got horticulture. Now I'm getting wheelbarrow. He got horticulture a bit slower. Here, because this is around the time where you build your second gold, I knew that he's gonna go for this gold, right? Because what other gold is he gonna go for? It's safe. So I sent 2 scouts around, and I managed to pick off the villager building it, which is a pretty big deal, I would say, at this level, because not only you kill a villager, you delay the gold income, and now he has to send 2 villagers to, you know, build it. So here I go for more harass. I don't actually lose anything and I don't kill anything, but you know, it's just some mining time lost for him, so it's pretty good damage. And here I start my gold pit, and I made barracks. So he went gold first, and I went barracks into the pit. So already at this point I have donzos, and I just wanted to pressure because I realized his gold pit is a lot faster. But here I didn't want to overcommit because I only had 2 donzos with my army, so I just decided to go back. But my eco upgrades are a lot quicker, by the way, and you can see it results in a lot more income. I have 200 food per minute extra. I end up walling these areas as well because I didn't want the harassment. It's a bit weird that he didn't wall because it's such a small wall for him as well. It's like 60 wood, maybe 50 wood. So I rally all my units here because, you know, I gotta protect the gold and there's nowhere else for him to attack, right? Unless he goes all the way around, which could be pretty bad. I managed to burn 2 of his houses, and I'm just harassing with a lot of the scouts. Because I have more spears, right, donzos? So I can just defend and harass at the same time. So I burn another house here. You know, just trying to be as annoying as possible. Here I see as an archer. So I knew that he's making archers at this point. So he went 2 barracks, archer range, and 1 stables. And I was on 1 stables, 2 barracks only. So I decided to age up immediately. Shortly after this, because I didn't want to make archers because I wasn't sure how that game plan is gonna go. So I decided to just age up instead and possibly sacrifice this because I can just counterattack with like all my units. So even if I lose something, he will lose it as well, right? Every once in a while, I was sniping the archers with donzo spears and or throws, whatever you want to call them. Here I go for the engagement, which I would say it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. It was like, because I'm trying to kill the archers with scouts. It doesn't really work out. Like, I have more army, but I feel like it's like I won the fight, but I also lost it. So I lost it because I actually cannot defend this. But I won because I kept all my scouts. And he only has 3. So now I can harass and he can't harass me. So as long as I don't die, I actually have this is a lot of food to like make, right? And to harass with. So I age up, and here he goes for the insta burn. And I just decide to counterattack because I can't defend it, like I said. I need to build up more archers and stuff. And I go double mosque so I can take the relics, because I see that he is still making units, like they're still coming. So that means the age up is not on the way. So I burn this, I burn that, Almost burned that. And I just lose everything here, but I felt like it was okay. He A-moves the Donzos, I managed to kill one. And here I just go for harassment on two sides, because again, he doesn't have enough scouts to follow me around, so I felt like I can just, you know, do that. Oh, and this was really good damage. So check this. This is probably the game-winning move. So I got 4 relics, by the way, which is quite a lot in a mirror match, and also in a mirror match where you need gold. So here the scouts arrive. He runs away, and I don't know where he was looking, but he actually runs into the 9 scouts at the same time, and I engage him on the middle as well, because now I have more archers, and my archers are veteran. So he has a shit ton of Donzos, but I have more archers. So I just engage on the middle, and I harass him at the 2 spots in his base. And I think he's microing in the fight, right? So he doesn't notice this, and I managed to trap a lot of the villagers. And he's just like, I mean, look at the villager kill count. This is like crap ton of damage. Meanwhile, in the front, he's still bleeding units. And again, because I have all the scouts, I can just harass. He tries to get a pit mine here. I managed to stop it and then kill it. And at this point, I didn't get my 3rd pit mine yet, because I think I spent all my wood on these 2. But yeah, at this point, I think he just realizes, probably saw that the relics are gone. Like 4 relics down, and you're behind on tech because he aged up later. You know, it's not a great position to be in, right? So, yeah, he just calls GG. And also, my 2 golds are now very nice. So early on, he had a favored gold spawns, because one was in the like side back, one was in the back, and mine was more exposed. But from this point on, my gold spawns are way better, because my 2nd gold and my big gold are next to each other, which means I can just rally units there. And it's also in front of my base, which is good in this situation, because I can just rally all my units there and defend my gold at the same time. When he would run out of back gold, he would face a lot of problems, because his other golds were like all the way to the left and then all the way to the right, I think. So there's no easy way for him to defend those. So he would have probably taken more losses with harassment and stuff like that. Do players occasionally chat during real matches? I mean, I've known MarineLorD for years. Like, we're not, like I'm not, like, shit-talking him. I'm just, like, we just kick W. Oh, this was, esports right here. Did I know him pre-AoE? Yeah, from StarCraft. We weren't, like, super close, but yeah, I knew him from StarCraft. So this was hilarious, because my gold spawned next to the wood line, so I couldn't make the fucking houses, and I was just like, bruh. So I just decided to get the middle gold, because what other gold am I gonna get, right? Oh, I wrote like, my gold is in the trees, KW esports. So I just decided to go for the forward gold, and yeah. Fun fact, I actually disconnected on this map, and let's just say this game was very interesting until the disconnect point. But I ended up disconnecting, and MarineLorD checked the replay. I think he was more than willing to replay the game. He said he was only 1 villager ahead, and it seemed like he wanted to regame, but I was like, nah, fuck it. Let's just count it as loss and go next. Because, well, there's a lot of people that like love to see me like lose and stuff. A lot of boulders. And I was like, people are gonna say like I DC'd on purpose or something like that, and they're gonna like try to create drama like I'm DCing on purpose to save games or something like that. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just take the loss. And he was like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, fuck it. So, spoilers, I DC'd. But he pulls his mom right here to attack my villager. Kick W, right next to my gold. I almost lose a villager. And actually, that damage right here was very important for what's about to happen, because I had 1 less villager. So check what happens. So this is mountain clearing, by the way, the meme map. and he actually goes for Kremlin on the middle. So here he goes for the boar. Boink. Very good job. Doesn't lose any health. And here comes the Kremlin. So he ages up with 10 workers, because also he gets the boar, he gets the sacred side, which is the win condition of this map. And this is also in range of my gold pit, because I couldn't go on this gold pit. So I'm like, fuck it. Fuck it. So I actually discussed this with MarineLorD right after this game. We were kind of laughing about how the game went. And because neither of us were in this situation before. So I was like, I'm not sure. Because he said, did you not produce constantly? I said, no, I missed a few rounds because I pulled a lot of my villagers. And I was like, what about you? And he said, oh, I had food and I was producing. Like I was semi-producing kind of thing. And I was like, oh, okay. So, and he said his hunting cabins were shit. I mean, this one is shit. This one's pretty good. So, I'm not sure how I should have played this. I told MarineLorD maybe I should have canceled my landmark so I get food so I can produce villagers. But basically what happens is I had 4 on food, which is how many you need to produce, and 5th on this thing, right? So maybe I should have just rallied villagers forward and left these 4. But instead what I did is at a point I pulled all my villagers except the weak one. So yeah, this is now 10 versus 12 villagers. So I was like, well, I gotta pull more, right? So I pulled 4. And now he has 14 and I have 15, right? Because if this goes up, I'm dead, kind of thing. So here we're micring, I have 16 versus 15. Oh yeah, see, so he's not producing here either. The funny thing is, he actually has faster gathering rate because he's Rus. I think he had over 100 bounty. Yeah, he did. So he has faster gathering rate. So right now, I got 2 villagers soon on gathering, and he has 2 as well. So it's kind of evenish. We're just fighting here with the villagers. He's like target firing some. I'm micring back. He cancels, and now it's 9 versus 8. So I was like, okay, that's pretty good for me. He restarts, and I go for the attack because if he cancels again now, he's gonna lose the resources. So here I had to pull more villagers, right? Because he has 11, and I only got 9 here. So here I'm trying to kind of like micro and stuff. So I decided to pull the 3 more vills. 14 versus 14. Yeah, he was also pretty much not producing at the same time, like me. So here we go for the fight. And I'm not sure how, but suddenly he just has more villagers. I guess he has more villagers and low HP, I guess. Oh yeah, the TC shoots at me here, which was pretty bad, and I was like, oh fuck. Yeah, so now I just run home. Kremlin finishes. And I don't know, like he's 1 villager ahead. I have 500 gold, he has 346 because we're both getting passive gold. And yeah, I'm not sure how over the game was. I do think he had an advantage probably. Like my plan from here on out is get the upgrades and just go for the all-in. He actually said he thought I would be... He was surprised when he saw me chop wood, like when the game ended, because he thought I'm gonna just go full on food and get castle immediately. Which maybe would have been a better play if I didn't get this and I just got castle, because I already have gold, right? So I need to put everything on food. I'm not sure. To be honest, I don't know what's better. Because I would have lost this slowly to like the warrior guys, the militia. I mean, yeah, the Kremlin being here is much better. Because if the Kremlin finish here, then I'm dead 100%. Oh, he had 4 militia, actually. I thought he had only 2. So yeah, this is where I disconnect. So yeah, my plan was to like add I wasn't sure. I wanted to add stables initially, but because his Kremlin was here, I was like, I can't really harass this, so I was just gonna go like probably Donzo Archer or Donzo Javelin Thrower. So yeah, this is where I DC. I think I get Wheelbarrow and Double Broadaxe, or I'm about to get Wheelbarrow. I mean, the game goes on, but yeah, you'll see me now, I'm idle, right? Look at my resources. I'm not producing anything. Because when you disconnect in AoE 4, you disconnect like a minute later. Why did I disconnect? You should ask Age of Empires 4 that, not me. But yeah, there's a disconnect where you get like bad mod error and it just disconnects you. But this one was just my game just turned off. My game froze for 2 seconds and then it just turned off. How often do I normally DC? I mean, maybe once every 10 days, something like that. And I play probably like maybe once every 50 to 75 games or something like that. I thought Militia made you give up. No, it was disconnect. So yeah, like I said, MarineLorD seemed like he wanted to offer a rematch, but I was like, fuck it, people are gonna say I DC'd on purpose or something, and I was like, I'll just take the loss and let's just go next game. That's what we did. So yeah, we did not rematch. I just said let's go next, and we did it. So this map, I already beat MarineLorD actually yesterday in this same matchup. He was maybe a bit better prepared, but I think I also corrected my mistakes that I did. Basically my plan here is get a dock, get barracks, get donzos, and then tower the water. And if he defends, I go dock and I make a transport ship. Alright, so here, the outpost is coming. So I scouted that he has a barracks, so I'm constantly producing the donzos. And also, for those that don't know, donzos cost 10 more wood, but donzos also have +1 melee armor. So that makes them like pretty good in these feudal battles, and they can also throw spears. So here, he doesn't manage to defend, and now I want to kill the dock, right? But I also go for my own dock, which is an adjustment that I made from yesterday, because yesterday I made another tower. And eventually he just overwhelmed it with the China economy, because he can basically produce them really, really fast. So we do a little micro fights here. My dock finishes. I get the transport ship. Transport ship finishes. And my donzos get inside. And at this point, the game is over. Because these 6 spears, he's going to lose at least 3 running away. I'm gonna kill this dock, and once this dock goes down, he loses all the fishing. I can just start producing fishing ships here, and I have fishing ships here, and I can just age up and get to castle really, really quick. And this is not a really good map for like 2 TC transitions, because your food is so out on the map, and you also don't have a lot of wood. So, wow, that was a good pause. So yeah, MarineLorD just steps out. How did you feel down being 3-1? I mean, it's Ilalu, you know. Next map was a pretty hard one actually. Malians versus Chinese, and like MarineLorD's Chinese is pretty good, especially mid to late game, I would say. And I picked Malian here again, because yeah. And I decided to. So I never played this matchup on this map, but I was like, if what I did works on Canal, it should work on this map too. So I felt like, okay, well, I haven't tried it against China on this map. I played some different matches with Malians, but I was like, it should work. Like, there's no reason not to work, like the same thing that I did. So he had a different kind of defense set up, which I did not expect, nor did I play against it. So I make the barracks, he makes the barracks, and he sees it, so I tower his water. So I thought he's gonna defend, but what he did is he towered my water, and I was like, huh? So I was like, So now I didn't know what to do, because he has 4 villagers, and I have 2, so and it's China, right? So he's gonna build them super quick. So I was just like, okay, fuck it, we'll just trade, because I don't know what else to do. So here he goes for my villagers. I think I lose one. Maybe I don't. No, I don't. Oh, I lose one here, actually. Oh, no, I don't. No, I lose it now, actually. Maybe I lose 2 even, because I'm shit. Yeah, I lose 2 villagers here. And I save the last one. He loses scout, which is very nice. So now... So now, he's killing my fishing ships. I'm killing his dock. Here I go for another dock. And the game kind of becomes a bit weird, to be fair. And I don't know, like I said, whenever you have a situation that you were never in, it always feels weird playing it. So I had more units, but he had a tower here. So I was like, do I dive the tower? I wasn't sure if I can kill it. Maybe I should have gone for it. I don't know. I feel like I should have gone... I don't know. I still don't know what is the best decision there. Because if I get the tower, I could have just remade the dock, right? And I saved my barracks. But I didn't. And I lost my scout too, by the way. So... Oh no, I didn't actually. It's here. So here I'm scouting. He actually builds a dock on this side. I see his dock here. I just decided to go for the dock. Oh yeah, I don't know if you saw that, but my donzos just bugged and were like staring something for 5 seconds. Luckily I saw it, so I retargeted, but I don't know why they did that. I could have also made a transport ship here, but I don't know. So right now the situation is basically he has like 1 dock and I have 0. He remakes the dock here. Maybe I should have killed the fishing ships here. But yeah, from here on out, I get the big gold with the pit. So I was like, I'm just gonna go castle. Because I saw that he's making ranged units. So I was like, okay, if I manage to get to castle, it's gonna be pretty nice for me. I made some javelin throwers. I made like maybe 1 or 2. But he went back really fast here. He kind of just harassed or like tried to push out a little bit. And now when I aged up, he just decides to, he just went back, or maybe destroyed this and went back. So yeah, now I'm just gonna take all my relics. And, in a way I wanted to kill the fishing ships first. But it's just so rough to kill them. Like, look at this, for example. Like, look at this shit. He gets like 4 archers there, which is really bad. I do end up killing this, but I'm like, was that worth it? Because now you can just remake the dock. You know, so I'm like, managed to kill the ship and actually clean up. Very nice. Because it is economy, right? So here I was just picking up relics. I think I got 4 this game, I want to say. Yeah, I got 4 relics. I try to pick off some more fishing ships. I got some fishing ships there, which is very nice. So here again, because I was not in this situation before in this matchup, I wasn't sure if I can actually push here. Because obviously I knew he's going to make palace guards. So I'm like, I have poison arrows, which is why I was kind of posturing here. But I was worried to attack, because I was like, if I get overwhelmed, I mean, this army is like a lot of DPS, but it's very squishy army. So I was a bit worried. And maybe I made a mistake here. Like, I think maybe I should have just pushed now into the base. But instead what I did is I saw the palace guards, so I tried to catch them. But meanwhile he was like massing units and shit. So I finally managed to catch them. And, well, I just get like Omega surrounded.
GG against MarineLorD and his mother at Beastyqt.
So this was a pretty bad trade for me. Like, the horsemen did a lot of work there and I lost so many of my units. I don't know why this guy just didn't pick this up, by the way, but... So yeah, this was a really bad trade for me and I thought I actually lost the game there. I was like, oh fuck. Here I go for some harassment. I think here I could have killed Nested Bees, but I saw it too late and then I didn't want to, like right here. Maybe I could have killed it. I don't know. He would have probably repaired it. So yeah, I got 4 relics. I start making farms. Or farms, the cattle ranches. Hell yeah, brother. Here we go for an engagement. And like every engagement we took, because I don't have a lot of experience in this, like I said, in this matchup in general. So a lot of the engagements, I was like, I'm not sure if I can take it. But I was just going for it, because I can't just sit back, because he's China, right? So I just had to go for it. So here, I managed to kill some workers. So right now, I was at 15 worker kills. And he is, like, 11 workers ahead. So here, I mean, this was pretty bad. I tried to fucking target fire the nest of bees. But my units were derping so hard. And he was repairing. But I managed to kill, like... How many villagers is this? 7, 8 villagers? No, 10 right now. So I was actually pretty fine with that fight because I killed 10 villagers. I think I was at 15 villager kills. So I was like, okay, well that's not good. If I killed 1 or 2 nested bees, that'd be great. But like I'm constantly producing, right? So, and I saw he's making a TC. So I wasn't sure if he had a TC already. So when I saw him make a TC there, I'm like, okay, he's been on 1 TC the whole time. Which he does have Song Dynasty, but I have gold pits and relics. So the game economically is kind of even. And if you look at the incomes, I have like 3k, 3.4k maybe income, and he has way less. So when I saw the TC, I was like, okay, it's not that bad for me. He is China, so I have to end the game, because you can't play against China in the late game, especially, I mean, not with Malians, right? If I was English or something. So I go for harassment here. I managed to catch villagers building the wall. I kill 1 or 2. And I don't even know what happened here. I think I forgot them. Oh no, I didn't. I forgot him now. So here I see him walling off. And I'm kind of getting worried that he's gonna successfully like camp it out. And then just auto win. Because of the China siege being so strong. Like China siege, you either have to be ahead or you have to have better ways of dealing with siege, which is very hard. So, for example, his units have extra health, right? Or siege, 50% extra health. So even if I make Springolds, if I make 5 and he has 5, I lose automatically. And he has nested bees. So I would need to basically double produce Springolds to like have 10 versus 7 in order for me to have a chance. But if I do that, siege slows you down. So the more siege I make, the more siege delays the game and gets to the point where it's not good for Malian, right? It's better for China. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go for it. I went for a lot of scouts at this point. And I think I make more stable soon. I had my cattle ranches here, not full, I needed 2 more, but I knew that I'm on a clock, right? So like I have to do something. And him walling off makes it so I can't harass and stuff, which is pretty bad for me. So look at the army count. I have a way bigger army. But how do you engage this, you know? That's the rough part. So here there's an overchop, which was very nice for me. I get some damage done in here. A little gold delay. I get some villagers there. Meanwhile, on the other side... Okay, so this was the move, right? He sent a lot of his spearmen, 11 spearmen to defend this run by. So, because I have scouts with my army, I saw that his nested bees are kind of exposed, so I just decided to dive on them. And I kill 1 nested bees immediately. And I just send my like cavalry around. I split the or I spread the archers, and I'm just like, fuck it, I'm going for it. Because I just hit age 4, so you could say it was an anti-timing because I could have upgraded my units. But I was like, this is a good opportunity. And when I saw him pulling this many workers, that means he is also like, oh fuck, I'm about to die kind of thing. So I just decided to go for it fully, and I have a Springold shift queued as well. 2 nest of bees more go down, so I killed 3 and there's 1 more. So here I was like, fuck it, I'm just fully committing. So I started target firing the villagers. So the worker kills were at like 30. There's another nest of bee that pops and I was like, oh. Look how much repairing there is. So I'm just farming villagers right now. You can see these guys are just shift queued. These guys are actually killing this nest of bee. And, well, I kill another 20 vills. And I was like, okay, this is a fuck ton of damage. Like, for sure, I knew that my eco is ahead now, right? Because of how much stuff I've killed. And in the end, I lose the fight. But the difference is, worker count is same, right? But I can remax a lot quicker because of all the passive gold that I have. And, yeah, I'm already age 4. I didn't know where to put my age 4 landmark, by the way. I was like, do I put it here? I was like, fuck it, I'll just put it here to protect my pit mines. Because I didn't know where to put it. I didn't want to put it here, because I was like, if he finds it, I'm fucked. So here I start getting stone. Because I wanted to drop a keep on this, and then I wanted to drop a keep on this gold, so that I can, you know, so that I can get the rest of the gold on the map. And obviously maybe eventually I was going to push these 3 golds so I can get them for myself. But there's no point like dropping a keep here, like it doesn't help me. I have to finish the game. So here he actually killed something here and then ran upwards with his palace guards, which I saw, so that was pretty good for me. And yeah, this is me running out of gold slowly. Like I had this gold mine and this gold mine, and that's it, I'm out. I cleaned these up. I got elite sofas, I had elite archers. I'm getting this, which is +2 damage on the archers as well, which is pretty big. And now I have bombard. So I built 1 bombard to destroy the walls. And I also built, started building culverins so I can actually deal with this siege. So he can't contest this gold because I'm in front of his base and he obviously sees it. So here I'm trying to break, and you can see he has no wood, right? Like this is the only wood he has. So the next wood line he needs to go is here, which is in front of him. So the nest of bees shoot here, and I was like, oh fuck, 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 fuck. Because I didn't expect he's gonna have that much siege again. So he target fires the bombard, but he didn't, I don't think he saw the culverin and springles. So I start focus firing his springles, because if I kill the springles, I can just kill everything else. So I killed 1, I killed 2, and then culverin almost kills the 3rd, but he actually loses, because springles shot faster, because culverin needed to turn around. But he has veteran spearmen, and my archers, okay, I can't see now because it's it bugs when you get some upgraded imperial. But my archers are dealing fuckload of damage. I mean, look at the spearmen now. Like they're getting absolutely melted. So nest of bees are constantly trying to shoot, and I'm constantly moving away from the range. So here I just target fire with the sofas on the siege. I push in, and he actually tries to, the moment I saw the stone walls going up, I knew what he was making them, which was for the landmark, the Great Wall gatehouse, because that would completely stop the push, like right then and there, unless I made trebuchets, which again would slow down the game, which is what I don't want, right? Also I'm breaking here with few units. So right now, I just fully commit, and he has like almost no units. He just has 2 nest of bees, so I commit, and he's just bleeding workers, and he taps out. But this was probably the, I would say, the most decisive game that I've had. Like I've taken like 4 or 5 fights. Like I just went for it, you know. And I feel like in Age of Empires 4, sometimes it's better to take a bad fight but decisively than to only take the good fights. And I know that might sound weird, but sometimes when you enter the fight really confident, your opponent is like, oh shit, I thought I was gonna, like, you think subconsciously, like, oh, I'm gonna win this, but then when you see your opponent charging in, you're like, oh, maybe there's something I don't know. So you start playing more scared. You know, you don't play as confident as you should with your army. You start playing worse. So I just went for it. Like, every time I had a chance, I just went for it. I didn't doubt myself, and kind of work out. So the last game was on Baltic, which is Mediterranean. You know, it's changed its name recently. So this game, the available civs, like the goods, all the available civs were like Ottoman, Abbasid, Mongol, Delhi, Malian, and French. So the best civs and the civs that everyone has used in this round, where top 4 civs are banned, were mostly Mongol and some Abbasid. Here and there, but Mongol dominated on here because all the good water civs were not here. So he picked Abbasid, which I think is a good choice because he probably knew I'm going to pick Malians at that point, right? So he picked Abbasid, which is a more macro option, and in theory it should win against Malian, I think, because your dogs being cheaper, and you know, you don't use your workers to build landmarks and stuff like that. So I did play Malian on Baltic, so I had experience playing it, and he probably, I'm not gonna say never played against Malians, but I don't think he's had as much experience playing against Malian, right? So the funny thing is, I've been very aggressive on water maps. So he actually kept his scout here the whole time, because he kept trying to scout for barracks, and then he started building a tower here because he thought I'm gonna do Donzo transport ship rush, which used to be a thing, not anymore. So he doesn't finish the tower, which is smart. He leaves it at like 95%. And then waits to see if I'm going to make a barracks. If I make a barracks, he finishes it. If I don't make the barracks, then he just cancels and gets the wood back. Instead of making this outpost, he could have made a second dock, right? But he just like played it safe, I guess, because he expected I'm gonna... Oh yeah, and this happened, by the way. Kek W, my fishing ship bugged. And this fishing ship was bugged for over 30 seconds. So it takes 25 seconds to get one fishing ship out. Look at this. It was dancing like this, doing nothing. And then this guy joined it, and he also did that too. So I actually had no one fishing ship was inactive for like 35 seconds, and the other one for like 5-6 seconds, which is a big deal, right? Luckily I saw it, you know. So yeah, here I just go like normal water gameplay, and I think he genuinely probably doesn't know what to do in this situation. Or doesn't have experience. Obviously he knows how to play water. Maybe he was happy because nothing weird happened, so he's like, okay, we're entering a normal game. And MarineLorD and all the other players love Trade Wing here. I personally don't, but they love Trade Wing. So I try to scout what wing he's going for. And, well, I saw that he has a Trade Wing. So I was like, okay, cool, we gotta counter that. I went for Hunting Canoe, which actually should have been... I microed it very badly. AK, I almost didn't micro it at all. I should have looked... Like, it should have been here, shooting this. Like this. So that was pretty bad. But I got my gold pit, so the benefit of Malians on water is now I don't need to actually mine gold. So all the gold mining is actually done by the pit mine and the Mensa quarrying. So that's the cool part about Malians here. So all my villagers are on wood right now, which is very nice. And then I went, because I'm probably going to be the one being aggressive, I went for the big gold mine and gold pit there too. And because he went for Trade Wing, I went for Insta Stables, and I upgraded my veteran Warrior Scout, and I didn't let him even get to the trade. And I think I killed the one trader. Okay, I killed it after. And now I realized if I just keep producing these guys, he's gonna have a really bad time dealing with them. So I killed one trader, which was pretty big. So maybe I should have been more aggressive here, but I was kind of distracted on water. But yeah, this fight I managed to win, which I was very happy about. And here I'm just doing small harassment. He actually dealt with it pretty well, considering. I'm just making more and more scouts and harassing. I got my gold pit here, which I'm gonna get a crap ton of gold from it. And yeah, we're just fighting back and forth. So I'm gonna speed up a little bit. I see that he's trading with the bottom corner, and I actually was like, okay, I should contest that. But then I legit forgot, so I think he completed a few trades there. Managed to kill the spearman. So I'm just stopping his wood income here, which was probably pretty annoying for him. So managed to kill more here. Where are his traders now? Huh? Oh, he sent them back up. Okay. He probably... Okay, so this is the mind game. So because I saw the traders, he assumed that I'm gonna send something down there, which the funny thing is I didn't. So he sent them to the top side to try and trade. Managed to kill some more workers here. 10 worker kills total, which was pretty good. We went for the water battles. The water battles were plenty. Let's just say that. Here he got some like houses here. I'm remaking my shit. So overall in economy, I am a bit more eco. I could have probably added fishing ships more than I did. But there was so much stuff to pay attention to. Like I was harassing here. I was harassing or keeping track of this. I was keeping track of water. I was doing macro. So there was a lot of stuff that was going on. It was pretty difficult to play. He went for some harassment here. I think he killed like 3-4 villagers. But I managed to kill like 4 horsemen and then 2 remaining. So it wasn't a bad trade. I expected he would be done with the wood line at this point. So I try to find the villagers here, but they're nowhere to be found. So I just go for more harassment, right? Kill another villager. The water battles are happening. I got 2 sofas on the top side. And he sends units here to kill, and I think he kills all of this actually. I thought I would have traded better. Oh well. So I get supply blocked a little bit. Or pop capped. He finds this out, and I think his next attack was on this side. But let me actually see the fishing. So he only had 6 fishing ships. Okay, so I thought I had shit water economy actually. Yeah, I have 9, so I actually had more fishing ships, which is very nice. So I start making some donzos because he's only making horseman spears, and he actually finds these 3 demos, which is unfortunate. And you can see he has 18 springles, I have 17, and I have 11, 11 demos. So here's the big battle for you guys. So here I get some good connections on the bottom side, I get a decent connection on the top side, another good connection here. I think I killed like 2-3 more fishing ships at this point. And right now it's 18 versus 13 springolds. And I just have like way more ships, right? So I managed to overwhelm at this point. And you know, this is kind of like, I decided to retreat to just heal up a bit. Because I knew that I killed like almost all of his fishing, so I know he's kind of fucked. I'm still harassing on the backside. Here he goes for the gold pit, which I can't really do anything about. So I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll just rebuild it here. This was pretty bad, I would say. I lost like 10 workers there, where I shouldn't have. But I was microing on the water, and I get like SIG demos. I managed to destroy pretty much everything, and now the water is 1. So, now you're put on a timer. And, well, Beastyqt is a very strong civ in the late game. Like, Beastyqt is probably 3rd best civ in the late game, behind English and Chinese. So, I knew that even though I won water, and it's like, if you win water, you pretty much win the game. But Malian's late game is not that good. So, I knew that it's like, okay, this is great, but it's not over. So, I start spreading out my ships, and I start instantly, like, mass-producing fishing ships. And I also go for some trade. And I think, yeah, I saw this this TC in a little bit, so I was like, okay, he's still playing. I kept trying to see if he's trading, because that's like the scariest part if he has like Omega Trade or something. He didn't, luckily. He's trying to harass here, I clean it up. And yeah, at this point, I have like crap load of fishing ships. 26, which I don't need too many as Malian, right, because of Farimba. But 26 fishing ships is enough to get some like strong ecos for sofas and also be able to age up to Imperial, which you can see I have a shit ton of food already. So here I went for some trade ships. 52 gold, 52 wood, you know, not bad. I didn't overmake because usually at a point you lose the water, like they build a tower here or a keep or springles and then you just lose it. So I didn't want to like commit everything on water. I just wanted him to like kind of sweat a little bit and force him to try to kill water kind of thing. So I actually forgot poison arrows this game until not super late, but I forgot poison arrows. So I get the first upgrade and when we had our first fight, I was like, how is this going this bad for me? And then I realized shortly after I didn't have poison arrows. So yeah, his army is actually quite big here, 25 archers. So here I'm patrolling my ships, I'm getting the trade, very nice. I felt like my eco was so bad, I had 40 workers on gold. And I also wanted to go for sacred sites. I don't know what happened, but I swear I built like 2 monks to here, and they just died. I don't know if they went through this side or what the fuck happened, but I'm actually kind of curious to see. So this was pretty bad. I lose all my sofas, but my eco is pretty good right now. But the game, like I said, is not over. Like the Beastyqt farms are fucking batshit insane. I have a scout patrolling here. Okay, here we go. What? Hello? Look, it's rallied. What the fuck? So this one went. Look, this one went. This one did not. So I thought he killed it, because I was like, where the fuck? Why am I not capping it? And soon I actually make another one. I don't know if I make it or I send this one, because I'm like, where's my scout? Look, I'm making a keep, right? And I think this is around the time I realized I didn't cap the second sacred site. So I see he's making a keep. Did I get poison arrows yet? No, I didn't get poison arrows still. So I'm in Imperial and I don't have poison arrows. So that's pretty bad. Here I go for my own keep. He tries to stop it, but add some ships. Now this is probably the biggest play, well, other than killing all his shit. And this is where I noticed actually I don't have poison arrows, because I saw the archers not having the purple glow thing. So this upgrade was probably the biggest one. Replace, so Malians don't have like capital ships or whatever you want to call them, like Beastyqt or the other one, whatever it's called. What is it called? Carracks, right. So what you do is you upgrade mounted guns and replace the springle ships with cannons. So basically all your springle ships become cannons, which was good because I had a lot of springle ships. So I upgrade that so I can have longer range and I can beat like the units here running around and shit. I built a siege workshop to get rid of this keep. And you can see like the cannons are already fucking blasting and they also deal splash damage, so... Okay, so here's the Imam going for it again. And I think this is the one that I sent from here, which is again pretty funny. So my ships here are like, I mean this is like super annoying, they're constantly shooting at his stuff walking around. Now this is funny, he tries to go for a keep, which is what I said earlier, right? You want to make a keep or springholds or tower. But because I have the basically the Imperial ships, right? I just target fire to keep. And it goes down, and it does not get cancelled, it goes down. So he just lost 800 stone. And now, look at the units, just getting fucking ass blasted. And every time he goes from up to down, the ships are just blasting him. I'm killing some workers here. I do the Wololo. The bomber comes out. He reaches Imperial as well. He cleans up here, but then I make my own keep because I'm like, well, I can push from here kind of thing. Like I can just have this as a staging point. The ships can defend. I get the keep down, and I think soon, maybe, I send another Imam to capture this fucking sacred site. But I don't know if he does it or not. We'll see. So here, look at this. He's trying to retreat, but the ships are just blasting. I went for a spray, for a mango here. I see he has culverins. So, I do the run by from this side, and I just go straight for the culverins. Because I knew he had no units here. I get the surround. I killed 50 workers. And he's trying to like body block and stuff, but he just ends up losing more units. He loses the culverins. And this bombard is now like killing the production. On this side, so this is the interesting part. The scouts, the Imperial scouts, have bonus damage against ranged units. So now these scouts Omega counter the archers. The mango gets a 6 shot here. And he's basically like losing every battle. Like he just lost siege workshops here. This is all exposed, like, and I have sofas already here, right? Going there. I'm just rallying all the units here, pushing into these food lines, and he just steps out. Did I use Wallala as a distraction? Yeah, of course. And that's it. So I was getting worried that game because, like I said, Abbasid late game is really good. So that's why I had to like keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and we managed to win. So with that being said, this weekend went pretty good for me, like I said, and we are going to be going into the playoffs next week. So next week, so I'm assuming, I don't know for a fact, but I am assuming it's 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3, which means that MarineLorD and I will be playing in one semifinals, and then Luciferon and Vortex in the other semifinals. Again, that's assuming that's how they do seeds. They might not. I think that certain rounds were more favored. Like I think this round was like, you know, kind of normal. It's off meta civs, but there was no special rules other than that. So MarineLorD and I did pretty well. Obviously Vortex and Luciferon are still really good, but the first 2 rounds was very focused on like a lot of aggression and, you know, no keeps, no stone walls kind of thing favors them quite a bit. So they did really, really well there. And MarineLorD and I not so much. So I think the finals is going to be interesting, or the semifinals and finals. It is best of 7 semifinals, best of 7 semifinals. 3rd place is like best of 3, I think. And then the grand finals are going to be best of 9. 1st place is 17k, 2nd 8.5, 3rd 6.5, and 4th 5,000. And these are the standings for all the other players that did not make it in. B is 5th, Wham is 6th, 7th is Papipo, 8th Lenok, 9th Demazin, 10th Recon, and so on and so forth. What do you think about the top 10? Is it fair? Yeah, probably. I think it's good assessment. So for those that don't know, Mista's not playing right now because he is farming. If Mista was playing, he would probably be in top 10. Probably he would. Especially because Mista does a lot of like weird builds or special builds. And these kind of rounds would probably go into his favor. So yeah, overall I would say the top 4, even though with the weird rules and all that, I think this is what majority expected the top 4 to be. And I think actually in Golden League 1, so yeah, this is Golden League 1 where I lost versus MarineLorD in the finals. Yeah, Vortex, Lucifer, me, MarineLorD, and Viper were top 5. So it's almost like minus the Viper, and it's the same top 4. Yeah. So I think there's some up and coming players that I would say can get really good if they keep playing. I think Louis is actually playing really well, and probably Anatand is the other player I would look out for like the lesser known players, I guess. I practiced some games with Louis and he plays really well, and I think Anatand is good, but he just lacks probably tournament experience. So if they keep practicing, they'll probably do, you know, a lot better, but we'll see. At the end of the day, it depends on them, right? If you're watching this on YouTube, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's review, and whatever happens next week, I'll probably do the one for the playoffs. Maybe I'll even analyze the matches that I did not play for you guys, kind of tell you what went good, what went wrong. But yeah, again, there's 2 reasons why I played Malians, 3 reasons. I know MarineLorD did not like playing against them. I thought it'd be pretty funny to play Malians all 7 games. And also, I didn't want to play other civs against MarineLorD because I already knew before the finals that I'm going to be playing them in the playoffs. So I just wanted to basically not reveal anything or whatever. Which, by the way, even if I didn't reveal anything, I might still lose. That doesn't mean I'm going to win, but that's it. That is it. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. Check me out on Twitch. I'm probably live right now. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Twitch gamers, let's keep going.